Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Vertical Take with Jennifer and Taha. This is episode 44, and we have the wonderful Jesse Katz.
Wow. Thank you so much for having me, you guys. It's great to be here.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you. So I'm just
Excited.
going to jump right on into the first
Sure.
questions.
Why not?
So, Jesse, what first drew you to acting?
I plead the fifth. No, I'm kidding. I think that there was something always in me that wanted to perform. I'm the youngest of three siblings, two older brothers.
Okay.
I grew up going to this summer camp every summer, right? And it was up in Maine, and it was like a sports camp, like the cool kids were the athletes, right? I wasn't very athletic as a kid. I'm all right now, but as a kid, I
Okay.
wasn't very athletic. So my way of sort of fitting in was just trying to be funny and kind of making a goof out of myself. And at the end of the summer, we used to put on these little skit shows making fun of the counselors. And I would always be in them. I would always find myself in them on stage. Getting that reaction from a crowd was like, whoa, what is this? Like, it's like a drug.
Yeah.
I was always constantly trying to seek, and I just fell in love with it there. I kind of at a young age. And then I've always idolized movies and movie stars, and I've thought like they kind of just live this sort of elusive lifestyle that I could see myself doing. And so I didn't make the decision to really do it full time until after college. It was in 2021. I graduated and was faced with that question of what am I going to do in this world? And I studied business at Bucknell University undergrad. And I was like, what am I going to do? And I made the decision to be an actor full time. And it was definitely a little shocking to my parents.
Yeah. What? So how was that? How did that conversation go?
Right. I'm very fortunate. I'm very fortunate because my parents are ultimately very supportive of what I do. I think that not all actors can say that. But at first, my dad was like, definitely look for a job first.
Right.
Completely 180 from, studying marketing and finance to.
Exactly. Yeah.
I didn't grow up doing it. I didn't do plays in high school. I didn't do theater. I just loved movies, and I just it was always a daydream of mine. I wasn't always like, I'm going to be an actor when I was a little kid,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so it took some, turning around. But yeah, they're ultimately very, very supportive. So I'm very lucky.
Good. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I think that might lead me into my next question. Who inspires you most in your personal life or just in your career?
Yeah, great question. I think it was good to have a hero or someone to look up to. My oldest brother, who is currently an emergency medicine doctor, definitely inspires me the most because he's just always been this hardworking guy. Always been. He didn't so he went to undergrad at University of Delaware, kind of partied a bit, and then didn't really have the grades to go right into med school. So he took a really unconventional route, went into the Army for a bit, and then ultimately studied at Dartmouth Medical School. And then now he's just been locked in ever since. And so he's someone who just, his road to his success wasn't linear. He kind of had to curve around like many actors and people in the industry do. So he's definitely someone who I look up to and want to make proud. I think when you think about someone that you want to make proud in your life, I think that's the people who inspire you and your heroes. And he's someone who I want to do this for, as well as my other family members. But yeah.
Well, that's nice. And what does he think about? Sorry, I'm asking all these questions. Like, what does he think about all, the career that you've chosen? I mean, is he supportive?
Yeah, totally. He, sorry, I'm a little sick, but he's definitely supportive ultimately. But it's interesting. He's not someone who's easy to please, which is good. Like he gives it to me very straight. He'll see something that I'm in, he'll give it to me. Like he'll be like, I don't really believe you here, or just kind of, I don't know, But then ultimately, when he sees something that he did like, he's like, yeah, this was great. You're amazing. So it feels good to have somebody who will be honest with you. But I think that, he's ultimately supportive. He's never like, you should stop and you should just get a normal quote unquote job and, be like all your other friends and you should stop like that. Which is great. Again, I'm super, super thankful for it.
I think that's the older sibling in him because I'm an older sibling and I'm the same way with my sister. I'm like, I tell her straight, like, I think, and we're the only ones that can tell you the truth. Like, if anybody else wants to do it, no.
Yeah,
but
100%,
yeah.
100%. Because sometimes, especially in acting, when you're constantly putting yourself in criticism, like it's almost when people give you compliments, I almost don't even have to believe what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like when they're like, "Oh, you're so talented," this, I'm like, nice, but I don't know, So
Yeah, right.
you need those people who will always give it to you straight
Exactly.
to be in your corner.
I agree.
Of course. You gotta bring someone from your twilight zone down to ground earth.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because doing what we do and what I do is definitely, to people who aren't in the industry, is very like, huh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you gonna grow up or do anything?
Right. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So leading into the next question, have you ever thought of giving up, and what pulled you through?
Yeah. This conversation pulled me through right here. Now, well, in some ways though, that these sort of affirmation and you got what you guys are doing and different fan accounts and different, just the rise of this whole vertical thing has definitely reshaped my view on acting. But I think the quote, I've never been, because I've only really been at this for about 4 or 5 years. So I don't think I've given it enough time where I'm like, I can't even do it. But there's definitely been doubt, which is almost on a weekly basis of like, is this for me? And is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is it a waste of time? Is it, so there's definitely doubt that creeps in. So how I combat that is by just trying to stay busy. Like definitely surrounding yourself with like-minded people is great. I think, since when I was living in New York, it was a much more finance, consulting, lawyers, doctors, there's so many different fields of people. And so when I said I was an actor, it was like, oh, okay, that's cool, like I'm over here at Wall Street making tons of money, but you go do your little theater thing or whatever it is.
Right.
So it was a little discouraging living there for a few years. I mean, I love New York. It'll always be home for me. I'm from there. But so then when I came out here and everyone was either in the entertainment industry, whether in your film or music, so there's so many more people who are out here doing it. So it's like, oh, okay, this is more of an accepted thing socially. So it's not as looked down upon. And so if you surround yourself with people who are doing it and you're kind of seeing their struggles as well, there's a certain comfort in that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for emotional scenes?
Yeah. It's a good question because I think that I'm pretty even keel. I'm never going to be screaming at somebody or really, I'm like, that's a little bit of my people pleaser in me. So I've never really found myself like unleashing my rage onto someone in real life in a situation. So it's hard sometimes when I have to get to those places because it's not something that I do in my everyday life. However, it's a really good outlet for those feelings that come up. I mean, I of course feel anger and frustration and all these things. So when I have to get into those kind of places, I will try to. It's tough because some people are like, oh, I think of a moment where I screamed at someone, but I don't really have that necessarily. So I try to, well, just technically speaking, breath work is great. Like if you have to either get really emotional, either with tears or anger, like if you literally just shorten your breaths a little bit and just take breath, like it'll sort of just bring it to the surface a little bit. And then once they kind of call action, you're kind of already there. Because if you start like this, blah, 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 and then action, it's going to be harder to get to that big point. So breath work is definitely a technical thing, but just in terms of my emotional thing, like I try to just use my imagination as best I can. Like if I have to, I've played a lot of these villainous sort of manipulative boyfriend kind of guys. And so what I'll do is I'll imagine my current or past partner as this woman and just imagine, because I've been like a jealous person in the past, like not like a crazy type, just, you have those feelings of like imagining that someone else or that kind of thing. And so I'll try to really be specific with my imagination and put someone who I can connect with on a mental memory, and then it'll take me there. in that place. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will say this is going to be the part where I'm going to bring you up.
Sure.
I'll be honest, I've only seen I think 3 of your projects, which the 2 were on Candy Jar. I don't remember you ever being in, I don't think I've ever seen you in a scene that's been too emotional. Because I'm trying to think. I want to see you in a villain role though. I know you just played one, but yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you be too emotional. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, no. I mean, I've done maybe the candy jar things were more the lead thing, so you have to be kind of a stone cold killer, and you can't let anything get out. And but I've done some where I have to sort of be a little snippier at women or other guys, or sort of a pompous, a little bit of a finance, who do you know here? My dad is the boss kind of guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I don't, I again, it's not really in my wheelhouse to be breaking down and crying. That's something I'm working on. Because it doesn't quite come easily to me. Like I sometimes I watch, specifically female actors who I see can just take after take, just get these tears going. And I'm like, this is just, it's really cool to watch. And I'm very envious of it because I want to have that in my tool belt. But it's hard for me to just get to that place on a dime because I don't, I'm not crying in my everyday life so much. But of course, I have these. I think music helps me.
Oh yeah.
In the car or something, and I listen to I don't know, show tunes like Wicked gets me. Defying Gravity is a 10 out of 10 every time. I will be in this afterwards, just wow. kind of place. So music is big.
Okay. Well, so in the future, just get you some earbuds, and when you have to cry, you just put that Wicked in your earbuds, and there you go.
Right. 100%. Yeah.
How to Cry on Cue 101 with Jennifer Hicks.
You're good to go. You're gonna feel
So, Jesse, do you ever get nervous on the first day of filming during a new project? And if you do, how do you handle it?
Yeah, I think on one hand, I have good nervousness because it's kind of like each project is like going, but you're like the new kid at school every time. You're meeting everybody. I mean, the good thing is everyone's the new kid at school, so it's not like you're coming in and everyone's already has a friend and friend group. So there's a nerves of how you're gonna come across and meeting new people and friends and just how your dynamic will be on set. But in terms of the work itself, I think if you're well prepared, there's nothing quite to be nervous about. I don't feel nervous when I know the stuff down. If I maybe have a day where I don't feel like I know what I'm doing or who I'm going to be or anything like that, then maybe the nerves will start to creep in. But I'm pretty, once we get going, once we do the first few takes and I see okay, everyone's either pretty chill or I'm doing pretty well. I feel like I'm doing good, have a good rapport with the director. I'm good. But yeah, it's definitely nerves of who's going to be there and are they going to like me? And, all these sort of things. But in terms of the work, if I'm well prepared, I'm pretty solid. But
yeah. Okay. So when you do get your character, how do you build that backstory for a character who isn't necessarily fully fleshed out in a script? So a lot of times, your villains, I guess, would be because you don't really get a backstory with villains, but just in general. Sorry, I'm just rambling.
Yeah. No, it's all right. I think I've heard of different people do different things. I've heard of some people will journal in characters. Some people will maybe make a music playlist to a different character to what their character would be. I honestly think that each person I've played, I can see a certain flavor of myself in them. So it's not like I'm completely transforming into this completely new character. I think that if I have to be a stone cold guy, I'll think about a time where I had to either act professional or act, in an office setting. I've done internships before at real estate firms when I was in college. And so I always try to think about coming from a place of me, Jesse, first. I think that will always translate to a more authentic performance. But, obviously if I have to, these verticals are crazy. If I have to punch a woman, or if I have to kill someone, or if I'm like locked in a basement, obviously those experiences I've never had, but I've been hurt before. I've hurt other people, maybe verbally or emotionally before. Right. Not like assaulting them, but I'm saying like, just, it's hard to go through life without hurting another person. Right. Like whether it's a breakup or letting someone down or XYZ. So I'll always try to find things in myself that I can bring. And I don't necessarily journal. I don't necessarily do any of that, but I'll definitely I'll find the voice first is key for me. I think if I can find the voice, then the rest will come. Voice and how I move around the space is big. Because if I'm, the way I speak as a CEO is not going to be the way I speak as a clerk or a cashier.
Right.
So finding the cadence, finding the pitch and the tone, and if I'm speaking from my chest or if I'm kind of speaking up here more in my head, it just it depends. So I think the voice first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jesse, what excites you the most about stepping into a new role / character?
Yeah, I think that the great thing about acting is that I don't have to be one, most of my friends who work in the desk job are kind of just clock it in, clock it out, doing the same thing every day. I get to be a firefighter one day. I get to be a, policeman. I get to be a CEO. I get to be all these different things and these different walks of life. Yeah. And that really excites me to step into a new occupation or a person in society who I might have not been yet. That really excites me. I just did this feature film where I had to learn how to drive stick shift car, which I've never done before. Mm-hmm. So learning new skills. Yeah, learning new skills is always fun. Like I've had to do some stunts on my own in verticals that I've never done before. Like I've had to flip over someone's back, and I would hindsight be I'm not a stunt guy. I'm gonna hurt myself, But then after you do, I can, these things that are seemingly hard can become easy. So learning new skills, being somebody that I haven't been before. And also just meeting new people is always fun, just on a set, even though it's nerve-wracking at first. Everyone has these nerves, so it's like a shared nerve, but it's always exciting. It's like summer camp, honestly. It's great.
Yeah. Well, I was looking because I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to be asking this. So what is okay? So I guess with that being said, what is your favorite role that you played?
Yeah, it's a good question. What is my favorite role? I definitely enjoy. I like the I like the CEO kind of roles because in boardroom meetings, I do enjoy that, like that sort of guy in power who's, do we have those reports yet? Like, what the hell's going on? just because I'm 26, and sometimes it's such a double-edged sword. Because sometimes I'll feel like I'm 26 years old. How am I going to believe myself as a CEO of a Fortune 5 company, whatever the hell it is? But then also at the same time, it's fun to wear the suit, be in an office, kind of have that sort of James Bond thing. I love that. I love being well-dressed and sharp. But I also do enjoy the villain roles a lot. I think you can have more fun. You can have a little more play. You can show different levels. I think for the leads, they just want this sort of, well, what do you mean, kind of guy. And for the villains, you can be a little more animated. Yeah. Unhinged.
Yeah, it's expected.
So I have been enjoying those as well. And, certainly I prefer being a lead, but I think that I just am grateful to work in any capacity.
Yeah, definitely.
So which role has changed / challenged you the most as a person?
So I did my first kind of CEO sort of thing was this one for Candy Jar, So It Goes. And I had a scene where I sort of had to, it's a whole theme of I'm reconnecting with my high school girlfriend, and now she's coming back into my life, and now she has a kid who I didn't even know about, and she's sick now. And so as a 24-year-old at the time, I was having a really tough time trying to find that authenticity of like, okay, I have this wife and now I have this kid and she's sick and I have to pay for the bills and we're in the hospital a lot. And it's just like, whoa, it's like way out of my reach. So that was really I felt like also with the director, I mean, we got along great, but there were moments where he was he kind of needed more out of me. And I was like, I feel like I'm giving what I'm given, and we just weren't really clicking. So that was a moment there where I was like, it's not always going to be, you're just meshing with everyone and everything's great and butterflies, Yeah. So that was a little tough. But within those moments you learn and you try to just bring those lessons with you the next time.
Yeah, no,
that was my first one that I watched of yours, and I really liked it. It was a really I like Candy Jar in general just because all of their stuff's so original, and it's like 100%
of the best, just from production quality to script to vibes on set, the whole thing. I would want to work with them again. Also, I did. Sorry, really quick, just like it's Candy Jar and like favorite role and stuff. I did play a frat president as well, which was really fun. And
that was the one Charlotte and the Seven Frat. Yeah, that was an interesting one.
that was an interesting one for sure. I mean, the title lends itself to like, are we doing porn? What was going on? But I think that it was really fun to be in a frat again. I mean, I was in a fraternity in college, and I'm so not this kind of brooding guy in real life, but it was fun for a bit, and it was also good because it was like kind of an ensemble. Like I had 6 other guys with me. We had such a fun time, and for the moment, like we came up with little handshakes if we're in a frat. We had like little things that we were doing off screen that was fun. And then that's also where I met my girlfriend as well.
Okay.
Me and Bella Walker that's how we met, and now we're dating.
Okay.
That is amazing. Did not
that makes me happy. That makes me really
on
happy.
Here, but perfect.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. It's just funny how things go. I mean, because certainly it's not my first time being intimate with someone on set, so it's usually, I'm gonna, it's kind of it's a job at the end of the day. But yeah, we just really hit it off, and it's been great.
Amazing.
Really like her. I'm just saying. I do. But no, that makes me happy. I really like that. So do you have any, is it 7? Wait, what is it? 10? Okay. Do you have any small rituals or superstitions you carry onto set?
Not really, gonna be honest. I think I'm not superstitious. I am a little stitious though. No.
Okay.
Okay.
I got you. No, I really don't. I think that I try to just, in terms of just routine, in terms of if it's a day on set, I'll get up a little earlier, and I will kind of go over what I'm grateful for, like gratitude wise, just literally everything from roof over my head to mom and dad still alive, and just listening out verbally what I'm grateful for actually really is a good way to start the day. And I've been trying to do that every day. But no, I don't really have necessarily something that I'm fidgeting with or a little memento or anything like that. Have you guys heard of any fun ones with that regard?
Put him on the garlic and the salt.
Well, that's not going on set.
I don't know. What
he's referring to is what?
Put a clove of garlic on the corner.
Oh no! I thought you were talking about the salt circles.
Oh. Well, you don't have to do a salt circle. All you got to do is
I'm a Supernatural fan, so that's how I learned all my ghost stuff. So like when a ghost is in the room, you're supposed to put a ring of salt and
it won't get you.
Yeah, it won't get you. Yep. I don't know if it works.
Just take a pinch of salt and throw it behind the left shoulder, and you're good.
Yes.
You're good.
Yes.
Yeah, you're good.
Has any other actors, like said, mentioned any superstitions?
Actually, this is the first time I've asked that. We should probably ask that from now on.
I'm sure you're
looking at that. I'm just like,
I'm sure people have some good ones, but no, I really don't. But
yeah.
I do think routine is important. I think that
right.
At any level, if you're an athlete or like if you're performing in some way, it is good to have some kind of routine that you stick to.
100%.
Now I have asked them if they've been a little bit stitious, but not superstition.
Right. Nice.
Anyways, taking it from
Sorry, I
11.
just got what you said before, like when you were like, I'm one of those ones that's like, it goes over my head and then I'm like, oh.
I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
Superstitious, okay.
Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Yeah. I can't take credit for
it. So what's the biggest pinch me moment in your career so far?
Yeah, I got to work with Jeremy Piven, who plays Ari Gold from Entourage. I don't know if you guys know him.
What? Yeah, I know him.
We did a Cuts clothing commercial.
Okay.
Got to have some lines with him, and it was awesome. Just because he is, in terms of one of my hero, I know he's a little canceled recently, but I just love that show, and just being able to he fired me in the thing, and it was awesome. I didn't even know what to say, because there was a few moments between takes where I thought maybe I could get something in terms of a back and forth, but I don't know. He was kind of in his own world for the most part, but yeah, no, that was definitely one where I was like, wow, we can do this. We can be on set with these people, and now we're colleagues now. It was strange. The dynamic of actor to viewer was now we're working together. It was strange. It was really cool though. Yeah.
Well, and in some sense for us, like me and Taha, that's what's so great about the vertical world, is that it's so small that we can be watching you on a vertical, and now I'm talking to you in person. So it's not like Leonardo DiCaprio, where I will never talk to him. Right. But I mean, not saying that you're not on the same level.
Yourself short. Don't sell yourself short, Jennifer. He might be in soon.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
He might be in Virginia soon. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Shoot, maybe. I'm sure. Well, hey, funny story. So on my Facebook, I kept hearing I live in a really small town. Nobody would even blink and you'd miss it. Well, somebody posted on Facebook was Johnny Depp was in, my hometown. And I'm like, Johnny Depp, why is he here? So anyway, this girl was posting photos. It was an impersonator.
I was about to say, what Johnny Depp doing down there?
Because the reason why I knew that was because I know Johnny Depp, and he's got tattoos on his fingers. Right. And I was like, where did his tattoos go?
Oh man.
So anyway, but yeah, that was a funny story. So Johnny Depp was in my hometown. So
nice. 100%. Well, you should have. I don't know. Should have went looking for him.
Yep. Yeah. Should have. Okay. Back to business. So you've played everything from comedy to drama. Which type of role pushes you the most?
Yeah. Back to kind of what we were saying before, just those really breaking down, crying, screaming. What do you mean? They push me most, and I want to get better at them, but they're definitely not as easily as accessible in my wheelhouse as let's say comedy would be. If I can just, because I grew up playing piano a little bit, and comedy is all about timing, and I feel like if you actually grew up playing music a little bit by ear, you can actually hear. The comedy has a little bit of a sound where you can hear, and there's some beats that you can get a little easier, I think. Yeah. So I slip into comedy a little more easily, and but yeah, I think just those sort of the brooding guys are fine. I can sort of just I can have that kind of thing, but the ones where I got to get the tears going, working on that. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Well, they got the stuff that you could put underneath your eyes that might make your
the tear stick. Yeah, I've done it. I just did one in China. That's probably, I don't even know when it's going to be or where, but that was a super emotional script where I had to be crying a lot, and it was tough. There was no way around it. It was definitely tough. But they had a tear stick for me, and I was just it felt like cheating. Felt like I was
know.
Cheating,
Yeah. I get that.
So Jesse, you were a bit of a villain in I Kissed a CEO and He Liked It. Yeah. Do you enjoy playing villain roles?
I do. I think that, like we were saying before, you can be a little more animated.
Right.
You know, obviously I'm getting my ass beat for the most part. Like in these villain roles, you're either giving the punches or you're taking them, and you don't ever win in the end. And so, in some movies, sometimes the villain maybe
Just
prevails,
runs away. Yeah.
or you never see him. But no, for me, I'm like kicked to the dust. My girlfriend leaves me, and she goes off with the hotter guy or whatever it is. And so in that sense, I'm like, well, I don't necessarily enjoy the storyline for that, but no, they are fun to do because you can ad lib a little more. You can there's not as much let's say pressure on you. I think when you're the guy top of the call sheet, there's a lot more eyes on you, and people are focused on you. I think the villain, you can pop in, you can pop out. Usually not on the list. You're not on the call sheet for the whole day. Maybe you have one or two scenes, you can get out of there. Not that anyone's trying to rush out of there necessarily, but it's a different experience. I do. I mean, again, I prefer playing the lead guy, but I will totally take a villain. Because also, again, like in life, I'm not this villainous guy who's walking around smacking women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun to be someone you're not, right? That's why we're doing it. And it's fun to live in circumstances.
It's a facade. It's a way for you to go into your acting to see if you're a good villain, if you're a bad villain, like for you to explore. And at the end of the day, it's all fantasy. If anyone truly believes that that's you in real life, I'm sorry, they need to take a step back, because definitely you guys are a character. Now, there may be characteristic traits that similarly resembles your own true characteristics and feelings, but it's never truly 100% you. And I feel like this is something that needs to be widely expressed towards the vertical community, because I've had actors come up to me say wild stories like they don't even know their name, even though their name is on their Instagram. They'll be like, "Oh, Charlie, I didn't like you. You're an asshole." And I'm just like, okay. But then again, a lot of them take it in a good way, because they're like, okay, if they're yelling at me for my character, villains, it means that I did my job correctly. They hate me. So it's a compliment. But then again, it can get crazy when they keep on, going back and forth and referring you as that character. Like, hello, you do know that's not me. It's a facade. It's not me.
Totally. I mean, think about the actors who play these kind of roles in network television for 8 or 9 seasons long. I mean, they probably are down the street and they think they are this guy or woman, and that must get to them. I mean, especially if you're on a hit show, like, I don't know, like let's say, or even like a movie, let's say like Meryl Streep, after she did Devil Wears Prada, she might have just been like, oh my God, like, obviously she's Meryl Streep, so she does.
Well, yeah, of course.
But in that same regard, yeah. Or like a George Costanza on Seinfeld, like he will never not be George to all these people, So it's hard to break out.
Yeah. Look at Jamie Dornan after he did 50 Shades of Grey. He's done so many other movies. He's not recognized. They're like, oh, hey, Mr. Graham.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. He actually had to take a break, I think, for a little bit because of that movie. Yeah.
Oh, I feel bad for him, man.
I did go and mistakenly here recently, and we'll cut this out, but recently I was talking to a vertical actor, and remember I called him by his character name. I was like, just because sometimes you guys I get it in my head, and I'm like, well,
who? Now
it was Arno. I called him Mason.
Oh, I did this. I called him Maxwell too.
I was like, oops. Well, because you get it in your head, and it's like, yeah, you guys are your own people, but
right.
At the end of the day, we do like you because your characters.
Is that I was watching his vertical, skimming through it 15 minutes before the interview, so that shit was in my head. So
yeah,
I have an excuse. I don't know what you were doing, Jennifer.
Well, okay. So, which of your characters do fans talk to you most about?
Oh,
what is that one character?
What's that?
I said, what is that one character?
Yeah.
They'll be DMing you and they'll be referring to you as that character, like I mentioned.
Right. Yeah, I think the Charlotte Seven Frat Brothers.
Yeah,
probably the one, because again, Candy Jar is such a good production team and Instagram stuff. So that definitely like took me up a little bit and gave me some more notoriety. And so I've kind of just been maybe not about specifically Chase. I mean, maybe there have been some where it's like, just complimentary stuff, and that's great. Like I love all that. It keeps adding fuel to the flame of keep doing this thing. I think that project has been the most prominent. I've probably done like 10 verticals, maybe like four or so leads, 6 maybe villainous kind of thing, and so I would say probably that one. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one that I feel like was most advertised for you. Like it was everywhere. It was all over Instagram, all over Facebook, TikTok, and I was like, okay, because I'll be honest with you, I didn't come across you until that one came out for me personally. And I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, there's 7 leads in it. College fraternity, let's check it out. Watched it, and I'm like, okay, not bad.
Yeah. No, totally. I think that I'm not someone, and some of these vertical guys have done like 20, 30, 40, I'm still kind of building, climbing. So, it's, it was kind of in that place in my career anyway. So
definitely. You want to add more diverse things under your belts, and 4 as a lead, and then nothing wrong with being a supporting actor either. The more diversity you have, the better of a portfolio you have.
100%.
Jesse, what's the most memorable fan interaction you've had in person, digital, anything in general?
Yeah, nothing. I haven't really been walking down the street yet and be like, oh my God, 7 frat brothers got, that hasn't quite happened. But yeah, I get a ton of DMs and just a lot of complimentary stuff. I had this one woman kind of just explain her life to me. She was like this grandmother in Utah, and she was kind of sick, and she found verticals as a sort of way to get through her treatment. And then she came across my stuff, and she really was moved by what I was doing. And she kind of, made a lot of these little AI pictures and stuff. And it was really sweet. I was like, okay, maybe, because sometimes when I look at the verticals, I'm like, the scripts are ridiculous and I don't even know what's going on. And
right.
But then, stuff like that happens. There's stuff like, what you guys are doing and different platforms to get these out, where I'm like, okay, maybe this does make a difference in people's lives. And maybe it does give them that 2 or 3 minutes or an hour of escapism a day. And that there is maybe weight to what I am doing. Yeah. So that's really cool. But yeah, nothing in person yet. I haven't been to like a Verticon thing, or I haven't done, I haven't been like, oh my God, that's, we're not quite there yet, but
yeah. Okay. Well, if I see you in public, I'll be like, Jesse.
I'll be like,
yeah, there you go. She asked the question.
Please. No photos.
She can be the
first
person to hunt you down and ask for a picture or something.
And I would politely say, please.
There you go. I put something in your task list.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
You probably would be like, security.
NYPD. Hello.
You must have the wrong guy. I don't know who that Jesse person is.
Who that might be. Never seen it.
So, vertical dramas are exploding.
Yeah.
How do you see them shaping the future of acting?
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt they're not going away anytime soon, especially with this new bigger studios acquiring these and working with these different apps. So they're not going away. So I'm thinking that, since everyone's got a TV right here, that they're going to just be, I don't know. I hope that, the scripts and stuff get better. They hire writers, and, they're probably going to become SAG jobs in the next 5 years, I would assume. that they're going to join some kind of union.
There is a union for vertical actors specifically. They're based out of Toronto, Canada.
Wow, what are they called?
I
was going to say something.
Hold up, I can quickly check for you. But yeah, there is a union. I'll check when we're answering the next question.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't even doubt it. But I think that in terms of the style of acting that it calls for is different. It's very soap opera oriented. It's very, there's no subtlety. It's very written out in voiceover. This is what I'm thinking right now.
It's Gen Z soap operas, but it's for everyone.
Yeah.
Well, not everyone, but everyone who is an adult.
Sure. Yeah. Or even teens who, maybe want to feel like they're doing something bad by watching this kind of, content that's maybe.
I think teens are doing much worse than that. Oh God.
Sure.
Well, I will say that I don't necessarily think it's teens that are watching these. Like from the people that I'm seeing, it's like older people, which is not a bad thing. I mean,
older people like soap operas. Like I got into soap operas personally because of my grandma. My grandmother raised me. She used to watch soap operas. That's how I got into it.
Yeah.
It's a very typical, not saying that, it's a bad thing, but, typically it is the older generation that watches the retired folks who watch these kind of things like novellas and stuff like that.
Totally. It's the daytime. It's become the new daytime soap because obviously that age group isn't working anymore. So what are they going to do all day except put this on the TV and, sew knit sweater for who doesn't call them. And
No, agreed.
So knit a sweater.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what he said, not me.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen a lot of people, totally off topic. I've seen a lot of people like get into crocheting, like these younger girls. They're just crocheting a bunch of shit, and I'm like,
that's true.
When did this become a trend? Like
for young girls, I don't have time for that.
Like young girls, like 16, 17, 18, 19, 20s, they're like knitting, crocheting and shit. I'm like, okay, this is now a young thing.
So you guys want to come over to my house and have a little sewing circle because I think it'd be kind of off the hook. I don't know. Like my parents are out of town. I think we should all knit. I don't know.
I don't know if you realize that, but you put a little bit of a pun in there, off the hook, because you use a hook to
off the hook.
Knit.
I knew that going in. I absolutely knew that.
So how do you handle rejection in such a competitive industry?
Yeah, mainly just cookie dough ice cream, no, but
Ben and Jerry's?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there you go.
You get the best cookie dough to cream ratio I've ever seen in my life. No, I mean, look, it's hard. Yesterday I went in for an audition for the network show Bold and the Beautiful. Have you guys heard of that? And it was in person. Yeah. It's been on since like the 80s. It was an in-person audition, which is so rare these days. And it was for a really big part. And I was like, I feel like I can nail this. This is going to be a career changer, blah, blah, blah. I get in and, a guy went before I did, and he was in there for a good amount of time. We're talking maybe 20 minutes. And then I go in, I do this scene once, and like, okay, thanks. I was like, So not to say that that's a definite no, but, I didn't I was feeling amazing afterwards. And it's hard. I mean, I can only imagine, back in the day before self-tapes, driving around the city, having to go into these in-person things and just put your heart on the line and then just forget about it and just constantly no. So how I handle it is just talk it out with my mom. Like right afterwards, just call her up and she kind of talks me through it. And I think time heals everything. Like in a week from now, it won't even be in my mind. But yeah, in those moments, they sting. It does sting. There's no way around it. Even though it's not personal, it feels that way. So I think just sitting with your feelings, feeling all that instead of like, no, just push it down and I'm fine. I'm good. It's hard. It's definitely difficult, especially when, you're taking such a risk being an actor in the first place. I mean, this career choice is on paper, not sound if you want kids and a house and a white picket fence and a mortgage. Like it's really hard. So just being rejected over and over again. I mean, there's such a It is, though. I will say, you hear every actor who's made it and successful have these stories of just coming up and being like, yeah, I was a horrible auditioner and this and that, and then they are who they are. So it's not just me, it's not just like I'm the only one who's getting no's across town. It's
no, yeah.
So just going back to the union, it's VFSSA, Vertical Film and Short Series Alliance. They're based out of Toronto, Canada. Yeah.
Fight the power. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's gonna just keep being more that pop up, or maybe this one will take off.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, look, these are all non-union stuff, these vertical stuff, so it's kind of free for all. There's no union being like, "Hey, what the hell's going on down there?"
Right.
If you don't follow this protocol, we will sue, or if you don't do this, do that. So inevitably, there's going to be some kind of union that comes in once these keep expanding and growing. Just curious to see how that shakes out,
especially with a lot of the toxic stuff that has happens and not behind the scenes, but I'm talking about the storylines and stuff like that. If they would just take that out of these verticals, I feel like verticals would just skyrocket. It would just be on the same level as regular horizontal films. If they would just do that.
Do you guys have certain topics or themes that you're such a turned off by? Is it the alpha? Is it the BDSM stuff? Is it maybe a combo?
Well, I've gotten a little the BDSM stuff is overplayed. I mean, it seems like that's the thing now, all over. But I won't watch. It seems like here lately, they've been putting animal abuse in it.
Oh,
and I don't like that. There's been a couple. Yeah, there's been a couple.
Let's talk about the one Teague was in. I literally had to watch the vertical before her, and I was like, okay, skip these episodes because they were literally choking a dog.
No.
Yeah. Not even a dog, a puppy.
Well, the dog,
the dog was
storyline. He was okay. I don't think he killed the dog, but still.
Choke. The villain was choking the dog. Put the dog in a cradle or a kennel and started beating it, throwing it around.
Absolutely not. That's where I draw.
Exactly. Yeah. And I was just like, was this even necessary?
Sometimes what it becomes is perhaps the writer might come from a different background where
that's exactly what I was going to say. They minority cultures, they in China, I'm going to cut this out. In China, they literally eat dogs. So abusing a dog is it's nothing wrong.
Off the record here.
This is all off the record. I'm going to cut all of this shit.
The China thing is crazy. I mean, especially just
culture. Most of this abuse is from that culture, just letting you know. The slapping. Why can't she just give him a punch or an uppercut?
Totally.
Shit.
Just a throat punch.
They're big on the shame, and they're big on brought shame to your
yeah, and then the bowing, and I'm just no one fucking bows here. Go take that shit to Communist China.
The bowing is crazy. Yeah, I was there for a week doing something, and I wouldn't recommend. I think that if the money's right,
did you see the amount of white makeup they put on the actors over there? They want to make you look like this
ghost. No, truly, they did. Yeah. I was like, do we need this? Do we need me to look sick right now? I look like I'm
sick. And I'm just what?
And it's really that I was in the makeup chair for 30 minutes every day with the hair, the makeup, I'm usually in 5 to 10 minutes. I'm good. I didn't need all of this fucking action, and just people's general hygiene. We're off the record.
Yeah. Oh my god. I haven't been to China, but I've been to India, Bangladesh, Pakistan. I've been there. Maybe it's a South Asian thing, bro. Raw onions, man.
Yeah.
They don't even. I don't think they even fucking believe in deodorant.
No, nothing at all.
Maybe it's a religious thing. I just can't wrap my head around it.
And they're just chain smoking cigarettes every day, and it's just
and their teeth are fucked up, and they're and I'm don't show me your smile. I do not want to see that.
And the language itself, just since we're on the topic, it's very jarring to be on a set with a completely Chinese crew, and then you're living in China after that. Like usually you can, there's a lot of Chinese production verticals here, and then you
in
LA,
speaking English,
go home. But in China, it's just like yelling and tense and constant. I'm like, what is going on? We don't need to be.
I guess you just have to ignore it because they don't even talk to. Maybe the director will talk to you a little bit of English or the AD, and that's it. Everyone else is speaking Chinese. That's it.
Yeah, and I'm like, I know they're talking shit. I know it.
You can tell.
Yeah, they're talking shit. And it's like, I don't even care what they say. Can we just hurry this up?
Get your shit together and let's do this and get me back to the States. Literally,
I can't even tell you how happy I was to be back in this country. Like I know there's a lot of shit going on politically, whatever, but I was so happy.
It's a privilege to be in the United States.
It's not even close.
I consider myself a world traveler. I've been to so many different countries.
Yeah.
Not even for work. This is like leisure.
Yeah.
And there have been times where I got on a plane and I'm like, thank fucking God I'm going back home. Because I could never live in a shithole
100%
like that. Yeah.
It doesn't even come close. And also I just take for granted that I'm a citizen in the country. And
of course,
Then I have the right to work, and have all these.
Yeah. We've had actors come on here. They're like, yeah, I got to get my next visa. I got to get a work permit. And I'm just like,
if I had to deal with that, like shit, like that would be a lot,
It is a lot. It is a lot.
But another thing that kind of triggers me, not so much, but it does kind of is like when I see a man hitting a woman, and I'm talking like, and it seems like here lately it hasn't even been like a slap, it's been like a punch, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, because that's not how I grew up. Like I was raised that men, and technically women shouldn't be putting their hands on men, things like that. But especially for a man, because I guess they're supposed to be like more like stronger or whatever, and they're supposed to be respectful. And that's something else that I'm just like, because I do reviews. This is all going to be cut out, but I do reviews and stuff like that. If I see like that in there, my review goes down.
Right? Like hell no. And putting hands on pregnant women, I've seen men and women do that, and I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you guys not have any fucking home training and shit? But then I remembered, in China they forcefully do that kind of shit for the one-child policy. So you're pregnant again, instead of sterilizing, because that costs money, they'll get pregnant again, and the mother-in-law or the husband would just push them down the stairs or slap the. Yeah, let's not get into all of that.
If you weren't acting, what would you be doing instead?
Finance.
Probably. I think here's the thing though. I was so not like I when I took those classes and you have to do Microsoft Excel and you have to like financially model these things, I just wasn't good at it. And I didn't want to be good at it. Like a lot of these kids were taking Excel courses on how to like be good at these little shortcuts and VLOOKUPs and all this stuff. And I'm like,
the keys and the codes and the switches,
and codes and all this stuff. And I'm just like, I really could not I really could not care less, and want to get good at it. And so, but if I wasn't acting, what I would be doing was probably maybe like at a real estate firm. Like at a real estate.
Okay.
Really?
I see you in New York selling condos.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I see you.
I think
so.
That's probably where I'm at. But I don't know. It's a good question. Because at one point I thought I would be like an artist manager, like I would manage music talent. Like I thought I had a good. I thought I had a good ear for if someone was talented or not. I mean, what do I know? But that's kind of where I thought I wanted to be, and then. I kind of because I realized that I'm not someone who constantly looks for new music. Like those people who find new artists. I'm like, I'm kind of just I like my like little rotation. And that's it.
Yeah.
Interesting. No, I totally agree with you because I did my undergrad in biology, went to med school, didn't work out, dropped out after 2 terms, and then I did an MBA in finance. Tried to get into Wall Street, hated it, came out a week later. So what I'm doing right now, totally different to what I studied. I didn't even study for the current occupation that I have. So Yeah, throw it out the window. It's just spontaneous.
I mean, a degree is obviously very important, but it's not a guarantee. If you're gonna succeed in that field, and B, you don't necessarily, you can do whatever you like.
A degree can always boost you, even if you're doing things in different sectors of the fields. Like my MBA does boost me, especially on my resume. But I wouldn't say it's a waste. I would say it's something that I did to put on my belt, and the knowledge I received out of it is priceless.
Yeah,
you can't put a price tag on
it. And networking, I'm sure too. With people who went to that school, I'm sure is huge.
Yeah. So, wait, you're also a stand-up comedian? Tell us your best joke, or tell us how you got into it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I did it in New York for a bit. I haven't done it in a while. It was a way for me to, I didn't want to be a stand-up comedian necessarily, but I just kind of thought it was kind of funny, and I was trying to figure out a way to show people something and shake some stage fright off, and just put myself in an uncomfortable situation. So I did it in New York for a little bit. I've probably been up there 10 times. It's very frightening, but afterwards you feel like you can fly. Truly. I've done a few shows. Yeah, you just, you try to, it's really hard. I mean, you can be a funny, quote, person in life and conversation in your daily life, but being funny on a stage for 5 minutes with a mic who people don't know you and there's a light on you is a whole nother bag. It's a whole nother muscle. So I wasn't obsessed with writing new jokes all the time. I think something's funny, but it was hard to articulate. So I did it for a bit, but I don't necessarily do it anymore. But I've always I want to, but it's a brutal environment. I mean, when you're first starting out, it's just a lot of open mics. So it's a lot of other comics in the crowd. It's not like a live audience. So you're just for other comics who don't want to laugh at your shit. They all think they're the funniest person in the room, and they're all nervous because they're going up there too. So it's not it's not an environment that's conducive to laughter. So just going up there with a mic for the longest 5 minutes of your life, by the way, you don't realize how long 5 minutes is until you've been up on
Agreed.
It is a lifetime. And but then you can go to these bringer shows where if you bring 5 people and there's 20 comics, that's 100 people in the crowd. So you can actually get a good little audience there. So I did that for a few times, and I got some laughs, and I felt like I was doing okay. And I felt like I feel like I marked that off. Okay, I can do it. I got some laughs. That'll be that.
Bingo. Thank you. Next.
I really wanted to be an actor. That was my thing. So I'm glad I did it, because I've done it, but
you can add it to your resume.
Totally. But I'm not necessarily running back there any.
He's not Kevin Hart. It's okay. We can move on. Nah, I'm joking.
So how many tomatoes did you get thrown at you?
A few. enough to make a tomato soup.
Really?
Okay. Well, at least you had something to eat every night. So
yeah, it was good. I'll just be like, thank you so much. This has been great. Thank you.
Sure, I would have brought the garlic.
Yeah.
So when people look back on your career years from now, what do you hope they'll say about Jesse?
What kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? I think first and foremost that I'm a humble, kind guy. Work aside, I want to be known for the guy who treated everyone the same with respect and gave everybody time and was very gracious to everyone and listened and understood. And so definitely in terms of that character trait, as well as funny, I want to be known as a funny, charismatic guy. But also someone who, could make him laugh and also could make him cry. I definitely want to do more comedy stuff. I want to make audiences laugh everywhere, but also I want to be, emotionally provoking. I want to try to do more drama stuff that I can share my life experience with. Everyone has shit that they can draw on and trauma. Yeah. I want to be able to use that in some ways. I think that's been a little bit of a struggle for me just to express it in some work. But yeah, I want to be known for kind of both. Like you can make them laugh or you can make them cry.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, now that we've got the questions out of the way, I know, the little pressure's off. Now we're going to get into the fun stuff.
Let's do it.
So now we're going to get into the 2 truths and a lie.
Got it.
So the score is 12-19.
Will do. Okay. First one, I've broken 5 bones in my body. Second one, I speak Spanish fluently. And third one, I can play the guitar.
Ooh, interesting. You playing the guitar and doing stand-up comedy at the same time in a bar in New York. Oh my
God. Adam Sandler thing. Yeah.
Right.
I'm letting Taha go first.
You always let me go first.
No,
okay, so it could be true that you've broken 5 bones in your body, but you could be exaggerating, or you could be, spot on. And speaking Spanish, you said fluently?
Pretty fluently.
Pretty fluently. That could be a lie too, because you could know a little bit of Spanish. Who knows? So I'm going to be drawn between those two, to be honest with you. Go ahead, Jennifer. Let me hear what you say.
Go ahead. You're good. Go ahead. Which one I already know which one I'm going to pick.
I might go with the Spanish one.
Okay.
What are you going?
I'm gonna go with the third one. I don't think you play the guitar.
Oh, well, I do. I do play the guitar. I do speak Spanish fluently. I've never broken a bone in my body.
I was gonna change my answer to the first one. I didn't say.
I knew it wasn't the second one because I think when I was looking you up and I was doing my research, I remember something about Spanish.
Right.
Like
I know it's not the third one because you openly said that.
Well,
whatever
he
you
said he
had
played
third
the
was
piano.
the truth.
Right. Well, that was
like, okay, we got to change it. So I know the lie was already there. So it's either the first one or the second one. I should have went with the first one. It's okay. It is.
That's all right. Everybody.
So neither one of us got the point.
So why don't you go ahead and explain?
Yeah. Well, I play the guitar. I've been playing since I was in high school. I was lucky enough to. I took an elective, like guitar workshop, and then everybody else dropped the class. So I had a free one-on-one with the teacher, and he taught me some guitar. And funny, at the end of the year, he kept saying during the thing, he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna give you up to speed, and then you're gonna sing a song, and then there's an art show that you can play and sing it." I was like, "Right, that sounds great. I'm not actually gonna do that, but sure." And he kept bringing it up over and over and over, and so I had to do it. I sung like "Gravity" by John Mayer and "Sweet Caroline."
Oh, interesting.
At this art show while people were looking at students' art. It was pretty nerve-wracking. But that was also maybe a taste of that I like to perform. There was maybe something that was underlying there that I was like, even though it's scary, I do like to be in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
I do like
And Spanish.
And then Spanish, I grew up with I was lucky enough to grow up with a Spanish babysitter. And
Nanny.
She's from Colombia. Nanny. She was from Colombia. And she kind of just taught to me from Spanish from a young age. And then I studied in school. And then I was a Spanish minor in college. And I studied in Barcelona for a few months. And just worked in many restaurants. And just kind of picked up the language and the accent. And
interesting.
Yeah, I would say I can get around pretty well. I mean, conversationally pretty fluent. And my roommate also speaks Spanish too. So we try to just practice a bunch. Yeah.
Interesting. That is very interesting. Well, to those of you who have guessed that correctly, congratulations to you. The score stays the same because both of us are incompetent.
No.
Nah, in my defense, I was gonna change my answer because I was drawn between the first two, but Jennifer locked me in. But it's okay. It's okay. Anyways,
blame me for that.
I know that's like the third thing he's blamed me for something.
Right.
I'm always blaming Jennifer for something. Mainly because she's older and I'm younger. I'm 25 and she's, you know.
Wow, shots have been fired today.
I'm not gonna say her age.
I was like, he better not.
She's 26, I imagine.
Yes, 26. Okay. There you go. Yeah, I am older.
So there's one
by a year.
By a year. Oh my god. So you're a 99 baby.
Yep.
All right.
I am today.
Yes, you are. Okay, rapid fire. Whenever you're ready.
Go for it.
I'm gonna start rapping. All right. My timer isn't working. Okay, whatever. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
If you weren't you, who would you want to be for a day?
Austin Butler.
Interesting. Do you like camping in a tent?
No.
I hate camping too.
Montana. Sorry.
Go ahead. Montana.
I was just in Montana for a week, and it was like with me, my brother, and my dad, and it was okay, but I really don't prefer it. No, I just like you can't get comfortable, and there's bugs everywhere, and you're sticky.
Yeah.
Did you camp
I
or
don't
did
mind
you
going
glamp?
into the wilderness in an Airbnb. Like I'll look at the view and everything, and then run back into like some sort of civilization. But
yeah, it was like a 4-hour horseback ride up the mountains. Okay, no joke.
Hell no.
And in the absolute wilderness of Montana, it was a little glamped because we had a lot of help with us, cowboys and stuff who worked at this ranch.
Okay.
So they set everything up for us, broke everything down, made us meals, but we were still sleeping in the tent. Yeah, not a vibe of mine personally. Wouldn't choose.
Burgers or sandwiches?
Depends on the sandwich, but I'd say overall
a chopped cheese, classic New York.
Classic New York bodega. Yeah, maybe sandwich.
Okay.
A little more
What's
variety.
the funniest joke you know?
Oh, did you hear about the kidnapping?
No.
He woke up.
That's a good one.
Oh my god.
Oh.
There you go, Jennifer. Your 26-year-old ass got kidnapped.
I'm one of those people that will be like, wake up at 3 a.m. and be like, oh.
Now it hit me. What's your love language?
Words of affirmation, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy
one of those two.
Or what?
Or physical touch.
Or physical touch. Okay.
Yeah.
Ew, don't touch me. I'm joking. Do you enjoy hiking?
Hiking, sure, but I'm not going to be like, we're going hiking today. If somebody's going hiking and I got nothing else to do, I'll go for the hike. But I'm not like, we're going hiking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not
I'm with you.
about it.
Not leading.
Do you like nachos?
Sure.
Okay. If you had a magic lamp, what would your 3 wishes be?
Probably like $10 million.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely some money would be great. And then because that kind of solves the other thing.
Right.
3 more wishes, obviously. No, that's rule number 1 of magic lamp. 3 more wishes.
Yes.
I don't know. I honestly haven't really ever thought about it. Oh, maybe to be able to speak every language in the world. That'd be cool to communicate with everyone.
That way you can be in China and understand all the shit they're talking about you.
Yeah. Mainly was thinking more like south of France and would just be able to get around. That'd be cool. But yes. Yeah. That's what I'll do. 3 more wishes, every language, $10 million. Just 10. I'm not asking for $1 billion. Okay, just $10 million. He can do it.
Listen, I would have said unlimited money.
Yeah,
coming in. Bank of Jesse. There you go.
Thing is, you need a little bit of motivation because if you had all the money in the world, why even get out of bed? You need like 10. Give you a good lifestyle for a few years, and then you're like back to where you were.
Right.
You buy the $5 million house, you're left with 5. You get like a car, you're left with 2.
I mean, if you have unlimited money, you could buy all the top actors and film with them.
True.
Or create your own movie and film with them.
Maybe he doesn't, like, if he had that money, maybe he didn't want to act anymore at all because he doesn't need to.
It's an interesting thing to think about.
It's a very interesting thing.
What wasn't an object, what would you be doing, right? And I believe that I would still do it because I don't think people go into this industry for the money. Because if I wanted to just live a life for money, I wouldn't be acting. I mean, that's crazy. But of course, money is a thing. Unfortunately, like everyone, and I enjoy nice things, right? I enjoy living in a good space. I enjoy being able to eat at restaurants. I enjoy XYZ. But if I had all the money in the world, I would like to think I would still be doing things. But I feel like I would be like for a year, be like, all right, clearly they don't want me, so whatever. I'm just gonna.
Right. No. Exactly.
Italy and live there for a bit and then go to Mallorca or something.
Beautiful, man.
But it's an interesting question to ask yourself, though. Like, what would you do if money was no object? It's an interesting thing. So
we can have a whole debate about that. But anyways, timer went off.
Sorry, Jesus.
It's okay. I'm just gonna continue. Do you like music festivals?
Not particularly, to be perfectly honest. I've been to maybe 5 concerts in my life. I passed out at one. That's kind of how I got this thing. Went right down.
Ooh.
Right down. I was at a Grateful Dead concert.
Okay.
Long story short, some substances were going on, and
that's all we need to know.
That's all we need to know. Thank you very much. What's your favorite cookie?
Chocolate chip for sure. I'm like a chocolate chip savant. I love it.
Okay. If you could live in a cartoon world, which one?
SpongeBob. SpongeBob.
I thought you would say like Family Guy or some shit like that. Okay.
SpongeBob.
Family Guy was on the tip of my tongue, but honestly, SpongeBob was like my childhood, so it would be
Yeah. Do you like playful arguments with someone you like?
Yeah.
Okay. Pizza or pasta?
Pasta.
Okay. Have you ever sent a flirty selfie?
Sure.
Okay. Favorite souvenir you've ever bought?
I don't buy a lot of souvenirs. Maybe when I was in Montana, I got a good hat.
Oh, nice cowboy hat. That's nice. Mountains or the beach?
Beach.
Do you play video games?
Used to so much, but not anymore now.
Okay. Do you like visiting historical places?
Yes and no. Again, I'm not going to be like, we're going to the monument today, but I will appreciate a museum if I find myself in one, yeah.
What's the most adventurous date you've been on?
I don't know. I play it pretty safe with the restaurant stuff. I think I've, like you're saying, like first or second date kind of thing, like in those beginning phases.
Well, we may have to go and have a conversation with you know who and tell her.
Oh my God, Jennifer!
I mean,
you go ahead and do that. I'm staying out of it.
Right? How many? Let's see. What was last week? That was like 30 days. No.
Anyways, favorite flavor of chips?
Chips, maybe barbecue.
Okay. Do you like ziplining?
I've done it, again, I'm not going to be like, what's today, Tuesday? Let's find ourselves a zip line.
Go zip line. Okay.
That stuff, the heights kind of gets me a little bit. Scared.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you prefer soft drinks or juice?
Juice.
Especially freshly squeezed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got to be freshly squeezed.
Do you like animated movies?
Not really.
Okay.
However, there's exceptions, like Toy Story, of course. Moana, the first one, great. But for me to go to a movie theater, right, to see an animated film, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're not 7.
Oh, yeah. I've never been to the movie theater for an animated film. Now I'll watch it like at home. Well, very rarely.
Right. Not much these days. No, I'm really not into it. I think I'm really not drawn to anything that couldn't actually happen in life for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like it speaks to people like the Coco and the Moanas of the world, and like those movies do resonate with a lot of people. But I don't know, I'm not really into it.
Okay. What's the most memorable text you've ever gotten from a crush?
I mean, I don't know.
Could be from school, from acting, from general life.
Right. Well, I think when I was courting my current girlfriend Bella, like I was sort of, because we had to shoot scenes still. Like I didn't want to be like, I'm into you day 3. You know, I was like, I don't want to put those cards in.
Right.
So we sort of had to like play this little song and dance. And I think like on the 7th day or 8th day or something, we all kind of went out, and like I was kind of like with her, and then like we kind of exchanged numbers, and then it was kind of like, yeah, I really want to like hang with you again, that kind of thing. And that was sort of like a seed that was planted into the long term.
Perfect.
Something like that. Let's keep it clean because I have a current girlfriend, so I don't want to say anything about
it. Right. What's your favorite season?
The fall, for sure. The fall in New York especially is...
Yes, fall in New York is just something. What's your favorite TV show?
Probably all time The Office.
Okay. Yeah. What's your go-to dance move?
Ooh. Let's get the shoulders involved.
Okay.
Yeah. Or
the legs. You need your legs to dance.
Certainly need the legs. Yeah.
Fingers, maybe.
Fingers are all right. You know, you might look like a little bit like a dad, but
this ain't the 80s, man.
Better than the fist, you know, it's better than the college fist bump.
Oh God. Don't even get me started.
Somewhere in between like salsa dancing, you know, and fist bump.
Good. If you could create a silly law, what would it be?
Everybody needs to pay me $10,000 a day. No,
a day. Shit.
Law. Yeah, maybe on Fridays. Every Friday is. This is a tough one to just. Every Friday is National Cookie Day, where everyone needs to sit down with their loved ones or their coworkers and enjoy like a chocolate chip cookie, or whatever cookie they prefer. Instead of tea time in England, we got cookie time in the States, and that's why we're better.
I don't know. I got both passports, so I gotta stay neutral in this one.
you have a European passport?
I have UK citizenship too. Yeah. Do you like drums?
The drums? Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Forgive or forget?
You got to forgive, because that is the only way you will get through it.
That is true.
Can't really.
The last question I have for you is calm or justice?
Sorry, one more time.
Calm or justice?
Calm or justice? Oh, like interesting. Like rather stay neutral.
Would you rather be calm, neutral, or fight for justice?
You know, the thing is, the right answer is to seek justice, right? But I think for me, you try to control.
Really want to go through that?
You try to control what you can control, and you can't fight for every little problem.
Yeah. And
you just maybe need to find that calm in yourself before you can maybe go to others. So
agreed.
I'm going to say the unpopular opinion. I'm sure a lot of guys come on here, 100% justice. Let's go get them. But I'm saying calm.
Okay. Interesting. Well, thank you very much for playing the rapid fire. I'm going to open the floor for you to ask us any questions if you have any.
Sure. Yeah. What do you guys? What would you guys like to see in the vertical space? Any more of a certain thing, or any more of a trope or a theme or a character?
Or, you know, less toxic shit.
Yeah.
Can we stop with the bowing, the slapping? You know, like, can we stop with the BDSM? Like, it's not Pornhub.
Right.
Please. Yeah. Just simple for me. Jennifer, you have an extensive answer for that.
I do.
Yeah, Jennifer.
I know you do.
Yeah, Jennifer.
You love verticals.
Right?
Well, I do too.
Which I haven't said this before, so this is the first time, but I think I would like, one thing I wish that verticals had more of is spice.
What?
Like, yes. Like, I'm not talking. Do I? I'm sorry.
It lacks a certain spice, huh?
Yes. Like, okay. Now I'm not saying that, like he said, I don't think it should be, because this is going to be put on YouTube. I don't think it should be corn, but Pornhub, but there should be a little bit more. Now I have seen that they're starting to put a little bit of nudity in some of these, like butts and stuff, which I mean that's not a big deal, but I mean for a vertical, yeah. But anyway, sorry, this is probably not what you wanted to know.
Jennifer, whose ass you saw? Because I have not seen no ass.
Daddy December.
Who that? Who would you ever? Yeah, who would ever do that? Can you send me the link?
Daddy December.
Send it to Jesse. Go ahead.
Okay.
Drop the link in whenever you get that. Not that I want to see, but yeah.
Ranchy, ill.
But no, seriously though, I would like to see more thrillers, more horror films.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah,
what about a musical vertical? Thoughts?
Well, I'm not too big into musicals.
If it's like High School Musical, hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I can see.
Yeah, could be cool. Or like a Western.
Yeah.
I could see you in a musical. You could be the next Troy.
Could be the next Troy. Soaring, flying.
Yeah. Interesting. Candy Jar. Pitch it. Because they will come up with a part 2.
I think the problem with the musical thing is there's probably so much time needed for rehearsals that it would need to be its own shooting schedule to be rehearsed. So it would be like a 20 hour. It's probably like a lot of money to produce. So that'd be the drawback probably.
Yeah.
Well, and there's a lot of I've noticed a lot of musical inclined actors in the vertical world, with like whether it's singing, instruments. I've noticed that there's some dancers. They could very easily have a musical.
Totally. I think just actors in general, you find that it's common for other actors to be. Oh, I also am a singer, or songwriter, dancer, or whatever the hell.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Jesse, for coming on to the Vertical Take today. I will link all of your socials and IMDb in the description box below. And to the rest of you, thank you for making it towards this very long episode. But hey, we have 3 young people here, 26, 25, 25. So there we go.
I love it.
76.
Well, thank you guys. Seriously, thank you guys both so much for having me. And I think what you guys are doing is great, just to give people like me just a platform to like be a person, like be myself. And because it's rare that you get to see the other side of the character. So this was really fun. And thank you guys so much.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. And until next time.
Until next time.
Peace.